Out front, you know what time it is. So, years, I shouldn't say years, but like, back in Season 1 of Wolf's Den, I reviewed the PC version of the Pixel Remaster of Final Fantasy IV. And now, here I am reviewing the Switch version. So, usual shtick. Hick, 4 sessions. Yes, I use cheats because the console versions, since that's really loud in my ear, the console versions have cheats, built-in cheats. So, yeah. This time around, the game got had a final score of plus 88, which was accomplished through plus 45 to story and plus 43 to gameplay. I forgot to do the whole awards inspired by Dead Meat thing. I will do that in the marathon that I intend to start in a couple of weeks. Funny enough. In fact, from when I'm recording this, exactly 2 weeks from my perspective. Which is funny because that's going to mean that it from the going live from when this video goes live. Well, your YouTube will the last session it'll be on the day of the last session going live. Go figure. Anyways, let's get into this. So, story positives, as per usual. Brickwork, sprite work, visual storytelling, good music brickwork, sprite work, and visual storytelling. You would expect that from Final Fantasy. And I've been talking about how good the brickwork and the sprite work and the visual storytelling have been, in terms of the visuals helping to tell the story and fill out the world. So, music direction. This might seem weird for a 16-bit game, but the music direction is so good in this game. Specific text boxes are when a song will be procced at the start, and it is timed brilliantly across the board. So, yes. Good NPC chatter, which is as per usual. Good visual continuity. Things will change in the world as the story progresses, so that's nice. There's Limbo effect. It's very slight, but I actually think that it qualifies here. 2, gameplay story integration positives, because I do think the gameplay story integration is well handled in this game. There's some good pacing, some good foreshadowing, and some good humor. The dialogue was worthy of 2 positives in my opinion, because the dialogue is actually very nicely woven and done, so props. My read on the theme is the weight of one's sins, but some people could see this as the theme of redemption as well. So, yeah. Now we get into some characters. Cecil got 2 positives, Kane got 2 positives, and Rosa got 2 positives. All 3 of them are excellent main characters, and I love their dynamic and character arcs. So, yeah. Sid. Despite what happens with him, he is honestly the funniest character in the game, and I kind of love him. Rydia. Rydia is one of my favorite characters in the franchise, and I am never ashamed to admit that fact in the slightest. Nor am I ashamed to have given her 3 positives, because I frickin' adore Rydia. Tella and Yang got a plus. Golbez as the main villain is a great villain in my opinion, worthy of 2 positives. And Fusoya was a good character. Fitting that this song just popped up because I actually like the romance between Cecil and Rosa. As I get the sense that they genuinely care about each other, and we see multiple examples of that throughout the entire game. Love it. Oh, and it's not just I care about your safety, it's I care about how you feel, too. Very important to note. The intro, which I cut off when Rydia introduces herself. Oh, really well handled. The Damsian section. It's short but wonderfully haunting in its simple but effective storytelling. A single line has been known to get positives and has been known to get negatives from me, and You Spoony Bard is no exception to this. I love that line. It got a positive. Anna's death got 2 positives for being an effective catalyst for Ertella's bid for revenge. Edward versus the Shagan and Capo was honestly a great character moment for him. Rydia learning to cast fire is one of the best small scenes in the game, as it is a very important step in her character arc. Kane's betrayal, specifically his first one at Fabul, is actually a great scene and a great introduction to a non-attack. God damn it! Excuse me. It's a great introduction to Golbez. Then there's the scene where Cecil transforms into a paladin. 2 positives there. Edward saving the party with the twin harp. As much as I don't like that section, that scene was good. Telecasting Meteor. The cutscene battle where telecasts Meteor. Triple positive. Really liked that moment. And Tella's death also got a positive. It may not be the best in the series by a wide margin, but it still hits. And unlike several of the other deaths we've gone over this year, it's not undone for arbitrary reasons. As far as I know, but I suppose we'll find out when we cover the after years, won't it? Rydia's return. Triple positive. Absolutely love Rydia's return. Great stuff. The scene with Edge's parents. That was a damn effective scene, and I really felt the weight. Now, if only Edward was actually a character worthy of such a scene. Oh well. The reveal that Cecil is half Lunarian just made a lot of things make sense. The cavalry moment when the Giant of Babel awakens. Higgins was good. The reveal that Cecil is Golbez's brother when he is freed from mind control is a good scene. So that we can pity Golbez without whitewashing his actions, because he will be the first to tell you, I have committed many grave sins. Good touch. Excuse me. Cutscene battle between Golbez and Fusuya against Zemus. Another great showcasing of their power. The scene where Cecil bids farewell to Golbez and calls him brother is a great cap-off to his character arc. Great scene, 2 positives there. I gave the ending a two positives and the outro 2 positives for a grand total of 62 positives. Yes. Really like this. Alright. Negatives. I do have some negatives to talk about. Palamaporum. They are really goddamn annoying to me, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. Beggin. Same deal. I find him more annoying than engaging, and ugh. Then there's Palamaporum's sacrifice. It is tragic, but it feels like it's simply... It happens simply to thin the party size. And, frankly, that's just awful. Also, spoilers, but it gets it done off screen. They're in the cavalry moment. The Dark Elf is an annoying non sequitur, and I despise his speech pattern. Which is funny because to be honest with you, I also kind of despised it in FF8 when it shows up. But that's neither here nor there. Yon's sacrifice. Yeah, 2 negatives for Young's sacrifice. It gets undone in stupid ways, and it is so damn stupid. First, it's completely unclear on what the hell he does to stop the explosion that causes his death. The second is that it is completely unclear how the fuck he survives, except for the saved by fairies explanation, which is just okay. That does, and by the way, that doesn't even remotely explain it. So, and honestly, as I was typing all of this out, it just got dumber and dumber. So I upped it to two negatives because originally I was just gonna say 1. If you thought this game was going to be safe from triple negatives, you're wrong. And Sid's sacrifice. I know that the Lone Runner gave the 3D version because of the voice acting a positive. I'm probably not going to because I absolutely hate that scene. Triple positive, especially considering the fact that... Yeah. Oof. And then Edge, honestly, just kept being a headache with his arrogance. Arrogance, you know? Oh, and I'm supposed to buy that this dumbass gets with Rydia. I'm gonna hate After Years, aren't I? Then there's the whole seal the underworld only to unseal it a dungeon or 2 later. Hate that. The fake outs with Sid earned that another triple negative because, good lord, I got so sick of that. Had so many times where we're like, oh no, Sid's dead. Oh no, he's fine. Piss off. And time for the final negative, and it's a triple negative. Cecil telling Rosa and Rydia to stay behind. Telling Rosa and Rydia to stay behind is the worst scene in the game, without hesitation or exaggeration. I hate this scene. Let's ignore the sexism disguising itself as chivalry. Chivalry and Edge's laugh, which drives me insane every time I see it. Let's ignore that part and just look at the practical side of this, okay? Instead, let's look at this practically, okay? Cecil is asking his white mage and summoner to stay home. A move that cripples the party's fighting strength. This is stupid on every goddamn level. I have ranted about this like twice now on camera, or 3 times on camera technically, and there will be a 4th, and there will be a 5th, because, yeah, I'm gonna be bitching about this in the 3D version. But that's it. 17 negatives. God, after the after the Trail series and in Fire Emblem Engage, God, I needed something smaller, you know? Gameplay now, which got a final score of plus 43. Music, triple positive. I love the music of this game, okay? I'm not going to apologize for any of the triple positives I give to any of the Final Fantasy soundtracks. You can quote me on that. With particular shoutouts to Rydia's theme. In fact, I should do that with a demonstration. Give me a sec here. With particular shoutouts to Rydia's theme and Battle with the Four Fiends. They are both excellent songs. So, let's shift back. Gave a plus to the bestiary, to the decent options. Not the greatest options in the world, but they're still good enough. The built-in cheats. Duh. The autosave. Again, duh. The auto-battle being as it is in the other Pixel Remasters. Good. Good detailed dungeon maps. A decent mini-map. Not the greatest mini-map. I honestly think the mini-map could be a way better, but it's still good. Good. Good tutorialization. Decent tutorials. Good spell effects. The summon animations. Love them. There's the 2 gameplay story integration positives. Good flow of exploration, helpful NPCs, some quality of life features aplenty in this thing, equipping at shops, stuff like that, right? I gave it twice. Oh. You know what? I'll stand behind it. Let's just... move it, shall we? There. So 2 positives to quality of life. Good variety in your party members, good difficulty and power progression curves, good core combat, good enemy variety, good overworld design, all 3 of them, good visual distinction, good encounter design, good boss design, good itemization and loot, good pacing. All of that's great. All of that is just gameplay presentation. 33 positives of it. Yeah, thumbs up on that. Mist Dragon is also a well-handled tutorial boss, even if it is the standard Final Fantasy tutorial boss, not unlike Guard Scorpion in the original FF7. The intro, which I cut off when Rydia introduces herself, is great. Is a great start to the adventure gameplay-wise as well. Octomammoth is a basic but well-handled boss. Yes. I honestly like the cutscene battles, as they are honestly well thought out and well handled. Scarmillion is honestly a great fight in both rounds, and the opportunity to heal and save between rounds is a nice touch. Cecil's trial to change into a paladin is a great idea for a puzzle boss, namely, let the Dark Knight end himself. Cognazo was a great test if you understand elemental weaknesses. The Mage's Sisters was a great boss fight, as it requires strategy and the gimmick is actually fun, in my opinion. That was, of course, their whole reflecting spells off of them casting Reflect on one of their allies. Nice, so. Barbarisha was a fun boss fight and with a decently challenging gimmick. Rydia's Return was a challenging boss fight and I loved it, triple positive. Demonwald was a good DBS race. Azura and Leviathan were both good tests of skill. Odin is a fantastic DPS race in my opinion. The Lunar Whale is an awesome airship. Love it. I also love the transition animation between the Earth and the Moon. Bahamut is a puzzle boss and I really enjoy fighting him, so 2 positives for Bahamut. The rematch against the 4 Fiends, this is just Battle 2. It was actually a really good fight, and I loved it. The sealed weapons in the final dungeon are acquired through some pretty tough but fun fights, with Dark Bahamut in particular being a fun and easier version of Bahamut. And then the outro got 2 positives, and I gave a replayability positive. I didn't give a viscerality plus. Should I give one? No. I don't feel weak, but I also don't feel powerful, you know? There were, however, some gameplay negatives. This will not be the only Final Fantasy game to have this, but the encounter rate is just too damn high. Triple negative there. Edward is the worst party member in my opinion. I know everybody says you gotta have a bard, but at least have the bard be able to wield a fucking sword or to defend himself. God damn. Oy. The NPCs have some obnoxious placement and movement patterns. Only one negative for status effect fetish, and I actually decided to forego giving negatives for any individual status effect. Heck, so. Began. He was a triple boss fight. He was a triple negative boss fight. I hated fighting him. Good lord, no. The Magnetic Cavern. Oh god. Also known as the Lodestone Cavern. This is the Dark Elves Cavern, and it's the one with the magnetic field. I hate it. It can go to hell. The forced loss battle against the Dark Elf is awful, as it lets you think you have a chance. And I think I've said my piece about bad forced loss battles. The second round against Dr. Luge was honestly really damn annoying, and the constant sleep and poison spam was just god damn it. Sylvan Cave is awful. The encounters suck, the damage tiles are obnoxious, and its only purpose is to reveal that Young is alive. Lame. The quest for the Adamantite to upgrade Cecil's sword. Yeah, I didn't much care for that quest either. Also, I know I stand alone on this, but Zeromus is still a bad final battle. That'll bite me. And that's it. That's Final Fantasy IV, ladies and gentlemen. God. Yeah, I've only been at this for 20 minutes, but it's Final Fantasy IV. It's very simple to explain why this game scored well. You know? This might be my shortest one yet. But, hey, look at it this way. I'm going to have some short ones coming up, because I got to do Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 2, and Final Fantasy 3. And those are going to be short rating videos. Good lord. I might just do those in one go. Oh, and just say the Final Fantasy NES trilogy or something. I don't know. We'll see. Regardless, I have nothing else to say. This was a short one, and I don't mind that. Oh my god. Oh, it's enter to pause. Whoops. Keyboard controls. Anyways, that's going to do it for me. I got some other stuff to work on, so until next time, Blue Wolf Alex the Lore Walker signing out. Have a good one. Later.